And one important condition is while setting the input voltage, you have to consider it should be equal to 2 into UTP plus UTP by 2, where UTP indicates upper threshold point and LTP indicates lower threshold point. So the Vn will be decided based on this equation. Now the UTP and LTP, the equation will be given by a V reference into R1 divided by R1 plus R2 plus V saturation into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is the equation, we can name this equation as 1. Similarly, LTP is given by V reference into R1 divided by R1 plus R2 plus minus V saturation into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So I will consider this equation as 2. This equation is obtained from the circuit diagram by using a potential divider rule. So without reference voltage, I will consider the reference voltage V reference is equal to 0 and I will consider UTP is equal to 2.5 volt. Now if I will add equation 1 and 2, so left hand side we will get UTP plus LTP, that is equal to 0, and I can write it as UTP is equal to minus LTP. So from this equation I can consider LTP is equal to minus 2.5. Now if I will subtract two equations, that is equation 1 and equation 2, I will get UTP minus LTP is equal to 2 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into V saturation. And we will select the V saturation is plus 12 volt, and I will assume R2 is equal to 1 kilo ohm, and I will apply all these values in this particular equation. So I will get UTP is 2.5, LTP is minus 2.5, so it is equal to 5, and I will substitute 2 into 1 kilo ohm divided by R1 plus R2. So from this equation I can obtain R1, so R1 will get 3.8 kilo ohm. So I have to use a positive feedback with the resistance R1 and R2, and R1 value is 3.8 kilo ohm and R2 value is 1 kilo ohm. Now similarly, the second circuit we will consider the reference voltage, and I will consider with the reference voltage. I need to find out the reference voltage by using the equation 1 and equation 2. And here I will assume UTP is equal to 2.5 volt and LTP is equal to 1 volt and V saturation is plus 12 volt. So this will be given. By using this we will find out V reference and the resistance values, that is R1 and R2. Now again adding equation 1 and 2, you will get UTP plus LTP is equal to, and here you need to consider the reference voltage. Therefore you will get 2 into R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into V reference. And here I taken 2.5 plus 1, 3.5 into 2R1 plus R1 plus R2 into V reference. I will consider this equation as 3. Subtracting equation 1 and 2, you will get UTP minus LTP is equal to 2 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into V saturation. And here 2.5 minus 1, it is 1.5 is equal to 2 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into V saturation. Now from equation 4, I can write, you know that V saturation is 12. So you will get 1.5 divided by 12 is equal to 2R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So from this equation I will find out the V reference. So you can consider R1 plus R2 is equal to 16 into R2, and 3.5 is equal to 2 into 15 R2 divided by 16 into R2 plus V reference. So into V reference. On this we get V reference is equal to 1.9 volt. So by using these two equations we will find out the values of V reference, and similarly we will find out the resistance values also, R1 and R2. So here again I will assume R2 is equal to 1 kilo ohm, and if I will assume R2 is equal to 1 kilo ohm, I will get R1 is 15 kilo ohm. And so this is the second circuit with reference, and the previous circuit is without reference. There I will consider V reference is equal to 0. Now we will consider the circuit diagram. So this is a circuit diagram for a Schmitt trigger circuit, and here you can observe the pin number 2 I given the input voltage. I will give a sinusoidal input voltage here, and the pin number 3 I connected to resistance R1 and R2. So this type of feedback we will call it as a positive feedback, and by using the resistance R1 and R2. So R1 one end is connected to output and R1 other end is connected to R2. From this point you have taken, it is connected to the non-inverting terminal. And by using the circuit diagram only, we will find out the equation for UTP and LTP. That is, by using a potential divider rule, I will obtain UTP is equal to UTP one equation and the LTP also one equation, that is by using a potential divider rule. So this is about the circuit diagram. The pin number 2 inverting and the inverting input, pin number 3 is the non-inverting input which is given in the feedback, and the pin number 7 and pin number 4 is connected to the plus 12 volt and minus 12 volt. Now here the expected output, as I mentioned, it is mainly used to convert a sinusoidal waveform to a rectangular or a square waveform. So here you can observe I considered a sine wave as an input signal. I mentioned the UTP and LTP point. UTP is 2.5 volt and LTP is minus 2.5 volt. And when the voltage is greater than 2.5 volt, there will be changes from plus Vsat to minus Vsat. Again, when the voltage is less than minus 2.5, there will be changes from minus Vsat to plus Vsat. So there will be a change from plus V saturation to minus V saturation. It will be swing from plus Vsat to minus Vsat. So this is about the XY characteristics. It is also called as hysteresis curve. And here XY characteristics is also called as a transfer characteristics. Here in the y-axis I will take the output voltage and x-axis I will take input voltage. So it is a graph between output voltage and input voltage. And the next axis I will mention the UTP and LTP point. The UTP is 2.5 and LTP is minus 2.5. So we will get the graph this kind. This curve looks like a hysteresis graph. So we will call it as a transfer characteristics or a hysteresis curve. Yeah, now I will show the circuit diagram how it is connected, and I will show the output using CRO. And here so this is a circuit connection of a Schmitt trigger using without reference. So I have not connected any reference voltage here, and this is the op amp I used, and this is my resistance 1 kilo, and this is my resistance 3.8 kilo, and the resistance you can observe here, it is connected to the non-inverting input, and one terminal it is given to the output side. And here this is my input, this is the input, the inverting input, and this is the output where I will connect to the CRO. As the ground terminal, this is minus 12 volt and plus 12 volt. So this is about the basic Schmitt trigger circuit which is shown in the diagram. Now 12 volt is given from the dual supply, the plus 12 volt, and minus 12 volt is given to the pin number 4, and the other terminal is connected to ground. So this is the ground. Now the input is provided using the signal generator. So I use the signal generator and I set the input voltage more than 5 volt. More than 5 volt, because in such a way that your UTP is 2.5, right? So you increase the input voltage more than 5 volt. Then only you will get the output. Otherwise, there will be chances of clipping and all. So the amplitude I will give more than 5 volt, and the frequency I will select more less than 1 kilohertz, around 100 Hz to 500 Hz. I will set the frequency. I will note down the corresponding output. So this is the input voltage, and this is given to the circuit. And the output is connected to the pin number 6, which is connected over here. Now, in the CRO, we check the output. This is my input signal. This is the input signal. I given here 10 volt. So you can observe here, the channel 1 is input and the channel 2 is output. So, though I have taken 1, 2, so 2 into 5, the 10 volt is here. And you can observe the input voltage, the output voltage. So you can observe, this is a sine wave and you are getting the output as in the terms of a square wave. Now we will check whether we are getting the UTP and LTP values are proper or not. That is 2.5 and minus 2.5. So that you can observe here. So you can observe here. This is the UTP point, 0.4, 0.8. Yeah, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, 0.5 into 5. So you will get the 2.5, the UTP point as 2.5. So there is same from plus Vsat to minus Vsat. Again, to check the LTP point, you can observe here, there is a change from minus V sat to plus V sat around 0.2, 0.4 in between 0.5, 0.5 into 5. So we will get 2.5. So that is minus 2.5. Okay, this is about input output waveform. And if I want to check the XY characteristics or transfer characteristics, so I'll bring this time division to a last position, that is I written XY. Before that, you just make it to ground, both you connect it to ground, both channel 1 and channel 2 you make it ground. So this is, you get one dot. Now let's do AC and repeat in AC. You can observe here, you will get a curve, hysteresis curve, and this is called as a transfer characteristics. Here X is input and Y is output. You can observe here around 0.4 or 0.5 will get here, 0.5 into 5. So I'll change the scale. So you can observe here. So around 2 you are getting here, 2, and this is around 2.4 or 2.5. And this is maybe a plus V saturation level, this is a minus V saturation level. So this is a UTP point, this is a LTP point. So this is about the transfer characteristics with the UTP is 2.5 and LTP is minus 2.5. So without reference, I have not connected any reference voltage. So the next circuit is the with reference. A small changes you have to make in the circuit diagram. Same circuit diagram, the input voltage I am not going to change, I will connect it to the inverting input only. And here, in the previous circuit I connected this R2 resistance directly to the ground. Now in this circuit I will use one reference voltage, and the positive terminal of the reference voltage is given to the resistance R2 and the negative terminal is connected to ground. So this is the changes you have to make with the reference circuit. Now I will show the output for the Schmitt trigger with reference circuit also. I have connected one reference voltage. So this is about the circuit connection. I mentioned the previous circuit, the changes is you have to connect one V reference, and there is a change with the resistance value. So instead of using 3.8 kilo ohm, I used here 15 kilo ohm, and the other resistance R2 is I used 1 kilo ohm only. Now I will make some changes. Input voltage. You will connect the input voltage, and the output also connected here. Output voltage, and as I mentioned, I used one reference voltage. I'll keep this as we got V reference is 1.9. I'll keep it around 1.9 volt. 1.9 volt is the V reference, and the positive of this is connected to the resistance R2 and negative of this terminal is connected to the ground. It's the ground point. And so meaning everything is same. Pin number 6 is the output here. The CRO probe is connected to pin number 6. So you can observe the output here. You can observe here. So here the UTP and LTP points. Here this is the UTP point from plus V saturation to minus V saturation. 0.4, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, 0.5 into 5. So you will get 2.5. So UTP I have selected here 2.5. And LTP I have selected 1 volt. So you can observe here the changes from minus V sat to plus V sat at the point 0.4. 0.4 into 2, so you are getting around minus 0.8. So sorry, plus 0.8. So there is a changes with respect to this. So 0.8 you are getting. So 0.8 and this you are getting 2.5. So this is about UTP and LTP points. And with respect to the XY characteristics, you can observe here. So the UTP and LTP points. So the x-axis ground. So you can observe here the 0.4, this is 0.4, and make it the reference point. Yeah, 0.6, around 0.6 you are getting here. This is LTP point, and this is 1, 2, and 2.5 or 2.6 you will get a UTP point. So I have my theoretical values 1 and 2.5 volt. Here I am getting 0.8 or 0.6 as LTP, and the UTP value as 2.6. So this is about the Schmitt trigger with reference circuit. Can you observe there is a shift in the x-axis. So instead of 0 level, now it is in turn around 1.5 volt. So you can observe the graph also. This is around, we have used the 1.9 volt to shift the x-axis. So the Schmitt trigger circuits are mainly used to convert a sinusoidal signal to a rectangular waveform or a square waveform, depending upon the UTP and LTP points. Thank you.